What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another Darcey and Stacey tell-all. Okay. I mean, the fact that it's a tell-all means I gotta check it out because, well, let's be real. Tell-all episodes are always the best episodes. So, I'm looking forward to it. Let's give a shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. You dig what I'm saying? And without no further ado, let's get into this absolute madness.
All right, ready? Quiet, please.
Hello and welcome to Darcey and Stacey, the Twins Tell All. I'm Sean Robinson. This has been a wild year for Darcey and Stacey, which is why, for the very first time, we brought them together with their friends and family to look back at their most unforgettable moments. We're going to dive into the twins' relationship by speaking to them and their significant others, present and past. Yes, we plan to have all of Darcey's details about the twins' big plans for the future, including the possibility of a twin wedding. Are their friends and family on board with that idea? The truth will come out. But let's get started with Darcey and Stacey. Hi, ladies. How are you doing?
Doing amazing. Thank you, Sean.
Good to see you again. You look gorgeous. Darcey, I've got to ask you, I understand that Georgie may or may not be here.
Right.
What's going on?
Georgie's a little apprehensive about coming to the tell-all today, and he wants to go into real estate, so he's taking classes 3 days a week to get his license. So, today he will be studying for that.
Darcey, this is such a big day for you and your sister.
He talked about it. At one point, thought he was going to. He was like, 70-30. And
so he's in New York.
He's in New York. He came, but I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to get triggered by things.
I'm just shocked that he chose not to show up. It's okay for him to come to New York, stay in the hotel, but not support her on stage. This is a big deal for us, and I feel like it's a red flag to what's to come.
I think at times he thinks we're going to, judge him or gang up on him or something, which is not the case.
This is the man that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Absolutely. It would be nice to have Georgie by my side to feel protected and honored and loved.
How about, can we try to call him now?
I'm open to it. I'll try, we'll see what happens.
Can we get Darcey's phone so she can try to call Georgie?
Yeah. So that's mine.
All right.
1 second, let me see. Let's try that. I feel like he's going to be in a mood. I'm in for it.
You shouldn't have to feel like that.
Relax, Stacey.
I'm on defensive time.
It is what it is.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Hey, it's me. I'm here on stage with Sean and Stacey. I understand where you're coming from, but, it'd be nice to have you by my side, just to feel loved and protected as well.
You're talking about I'm not there to be having your support. Your support from what? From your ex is the dumb Jesse. Support from what? You grow enough. I don't need to be there to support you. You grow enough. Your family is there. They want to support you. You don't need me there to support you. Actually, I need support from you right now because I'm dealing with emotional. I have more stuff to do in my life. I don't care about these people. This is stupid. Come on, grow up.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with how he's talking to my daughter.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm not spoiling it because I haven't seen this episode itself in particular, but I have seen a clip just before I saw this episode, well, before I clicked on this episode that we're watching now. And all I can say is this. Darcey and Stacey, no, Darcey and Georgie are no longer engaged, to be fair. Yeah, I just saw that on, I think it was E! Entertainment or Entertainment News. You know what I mean? Where they do the interview and stuff. So she did come out and say that they're no longer engaged anymore. And she does say that, all will be revealed in the tell-all. Now, whether it's going to be in tell-all part 1, which is the one we're watching now, or it's going to be in the tell-all part 2, I don't know. But trust me, when I heard that, I was like, I gotta see what happened. But the way George is coming across, unacceptable. Why so angry? Why so vicious? Why so loud? And then in front of the public, the TV host, her parents or her father, Georgie. But the fact is though, this isn't even about support, is it now? It's more about the fact is, you're on a show together. Do you know what? Let me keep it even more simple than anything else. Georgie hasn't got any money. Him being on the show was giving him money. So the fact is he should be there purely because the show's been paying his freaking bills. And most importantly, Darcey's been paying his freaking bills. Wait, hold on a minute. No, Darcey's been paying her own bills that he's been living off. So to be honest, he needs to show a whole lot more respect to Darcey. And trust me, that's not something that I say very lightly because I'm not a fan of Darcey. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's proceed.
Don't act like a victim. I'm not there to support you. For what? What am I supporting you for? This is stupid. Come on, grow up.
I'm not happy with his comments about growing up.
Do you feel okay if I say hello to him? Or...
Okay, well, Sean, wanted to say hi, if that's okay, real quickly.
I don't have time.
Hi, Georgie. This is Sean Robinson, host of the show, and I was looking forward to seeing you. So I'm sorry that that you won't be here today, but we're going to be here, as you know. And so if you change your mind, I know that you're here in New York. I'd love to see you. Love to see you and love to talk to you.
Thank you. Maybe another time, not today. I'm busy today. I have homework to do. I'm studying for the test for the university, so I don't really have time to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Georgie, so much. I'm going to hand you back to Darcey.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Wow. That was a lot.
I need to see more of his supportive side. I mean, plenty of mine.
I don't like any man talking to my daughters like that. Any man. I don't care if it's Georgie or, Mr. X. There's something wrong with their relationship.
I mean, Georgie's been there for me, but not in all the ways that I would wish and hope at times. But I'll take what I can get.
Stacey, your sister just said, I'll take what I can
Yeah,
get.
see, she's not getting that unconditional love. A lot of the times his love is conditional. It's like, what can you do for me?
Right.
And then I'll show you love.
Oh, you want to talk to Georgie?
What?
I can talk to him.
You'll phone?
No, no call here. No. You need to go have the car and talk face to face, not in the phone.
You would go to the hotel to talk to him face to face?
Yep, I can talk, bruh.
Guys. Sean.
Okay, everybody, hold on just a second. Go ahead. You're saying he's going to go get Georgie? Whoa, okay. The producer is telling me in my ear that Florian, your brother-in-law, has volunteered to see if he could go talk to Georgie at the hotel and bring him here to the studio.
Wow. I know he's got your back.
Georgie, starting, bothering me, just need to come first to support Darcey and his family. You like to be a man, keep your words. Oh, you're the man. I'm sorry. I protect my family, I understand. This way, for me, is number one.
Well, I do hope that Florian is successful in talking to Georgie and getting him to come to the studio today. We've got a ton to talk to you about today, so let's get started. Now we want to hear from someone who is very important in your lives. Please welcome Darcey and Stacey's dad, Mike.
My family's important to me. I'll talk about whatever I believe is appropriate to talk about. And things that I see and hear tell me Georgie and Darcey, they're not ready for a wedding. Just flat ass out, not ready.
Hi, Mike. Good to have you here. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, you've been watching backstage. How do you feel about Georgie not being here?
I think I know why Georgie's not here.
Why do you think Georgie's not here?
I think Georgie's worried about being thrown under the bus. I think Georgie feels that he's going to be disrespected.
How does Mike feel?
I think he will be disrespected if he comes on the show. However, do I believe he should support my daughter? Hell yes. The answer is yes. If he is in fear of being thrown under the bus, then he needs to analyze the situation to find out why that may occur.
He's putting himself before your daughter.
In some ways, yes. Yes, yes.
Would you be happier if Darcey broke off this relationship? Coming up, Darcey, do you feel that you are more in love with Georgie than he is in love with you?
I feel like I do at times feel like he's not in love with me. I feel like he loves me the most when he wants something. Yeah.
Oh, I felt that one. I felt that one. Come again? No, Georgie loved me when he wants something. That makes all the sense in the world. 100%. Abracadabra, kabala. No idea what I just did there, but yes, I absolutely support what is said there. I agree with 100%. Georgie is a spoiled brat. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, when the dad was asked a question, the way the dad was just like, oh, that could have been TLC's doing. But nonetheless, though, it'd be interesting to see if Florian can get Georgie to come down. I believe that he can, because they definitely showed themselves to have a good relationship throughout the season, which was a very boring season, But hopefully the TLO give us a little bit more of excitement, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into this.
I think Darcey wants a relationship, but I think Georgie wants something. I'm not sure what he wants.
Do you think Georgie is in love with Darcey?
Bluntly, no. Do I think he's in love with Darcey? No.
Wow. How do you feel hearing your father say that?
What he's saying is correct. I do at times feel like he's not in love with me. I feel like he's there to get what he needs and desires and wants, because I'm providing. I feel like there is a love that we have for each other, and I'm really
Seems
temporary. Yeah, I just want it to grow deeper, and I just feel like it gets stagnant. It progresses in the way that I feel like the stages of love should go.
Do you feel that you are more...
Alright, cool. Listen, first and foremost, okay, I know that this copy of Darcey Stacey isn't that great sound-wise, and also the fact that I have it slightly sped up as well doesn't help. I'm very aware that I'm always aware that, okay, copyright, you know what I'm saying? But the amount of work that Darcey and Stacey have had done to themselves, right? What the hell was Darcey saying? I mean, if it wasn't for the subtitles, I'd be screwed, you know what I mean? But yo, like, her lips look so freaking numb. I got a better chance of having a conversation with Donald Duck and... no, not Donald Duck, no. I got a better chance of having a conversation with Duffy Duck and knowing exactly what the hell he's saying. What's up, Jack? What's up, Jack? You know what I'm saying? Darcey, that's just like, yeah, I'm taking the mic. And what? And what? Yes, come at me, tell me off. How dare you do that, man? That's not me, man. You're just shaming. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of fun, man. Shame on you for not laughing with me, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, like, Darcey and Stacey need to stop all this cosmetic, all this work. You know, literally, like, year in, year out. Not even year, month in, month out. These girls have got something new happen to their faces. Something new happen to their bodies, you know what I'm saying, okay? And the saddest thing is that, like, they don't even put effort into actually doing it manually. Actually having, like, you know, exercise or decent. Because I mean, we saw in the season, instead of going to the gym and getting their buns flipping toned and stuff, they go into some place where it's getting electrocuted and ting, bruv. Electrocutions and that. What kind of laziness is this? But yeah, no, they need to stop, because sooner or later, no one's gonna be able to understand what the hell's coming out of Darcey's mouth, let alone Stacey as well. But of course, whatever work that they both had was obviously recent, just before this, because obviously you could tell it was still quite fresh, just based on the speech, you know what I mean? But hey, man, they need to stop while their heads. Like, come on. I just really hope that their daughters, Darcey's daughters never follow the same line of the same journey as Darcey and Stacey, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's continue.
He is in love with you.
I feel like at times, I mean, I've built a little bit of resentment at times because I feel like I've given and done more to the relationship to make it grow, and I've gotten less in return, so I question it a lot. I question his intentions and his motives.
Georgie did not make it today. And like from our point of view, it's us seeing our mom hurting, you know, and like that makes us defensive in her
Because we're very overprotective.
I try my best. I like to see the family together. I want to see everybody happy, everybody together. I'm going to talk to Georgie, and I need like 3 months to talk to him. Sorry. That's all.
Well, your dad certainly isn't holding back on his feelings. Now, I'd like to bring a smile to your face and make this a true family affair. We're bringing out Darcey's daughters, who have a unique perspective on their mom's fabulous life. Please welcome Aniko and Aspen.
Hi, so nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too. Have a seat. Oh my gosh.
So nice to meet you.
So, any big exciting news you want to share with me?
I actually just got accepted into a few colleges already.
Whoa, okay, nice. Congratulations.
So I've
Congratulations.
Big things coming up at college next year and all that. I'm super excited. I'm trying to, relocate somewhere warmer.
Okay.
Probably Miami, preferably.
Okay. All right, Aspen. What is it going to be like for you with your sister so far
Oh
away?
my God, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah.
No, we're like best friends.
Yeah, we're literally
just like them. We're like little twins.
Wow, yeah, you're almost.
My mini me's.
Well, okay. As we saw, Darcey and Stacey both went under the knife to freshen up their looks, and Aniko and Aspen had quite a reaction after seeing their mom's transformation for the first time. Let's check that out.
What are your thoughts about the new look?
I think it looks good, but it is a very drastic change for us to get used to. I really did think it looked a little Miss Piggy-ish. I feel like the smaller their nose gets, the bigger their eyes get. Their lips.
Oh,
their
your
lips. Also, the cheeks. Like, very, they still look good.
Thank you. It's okay. Can you do that again with your...
It was just so different. Like, we were so used to seeing how you guys used to look every single day.
It's just a little different.
Yeah, but I think you guys look stunning.
Aniko and Aspen, can you ever imagine yourself?
No.
Aspen, you are just, you're like, no, not at all.
I'm not against it. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah, like, I don't care what people want to do with their bodies. Like, they can do whatever they want, but I'm just, like, scared of, like, going under the knife.
You guys are beautiful and you don't need to do anything. You're perfect the way you are.
So, Aniko and Aspen, you ladies are teenagers, and obviously social media is a big thing. How do you deal with the social media when it comes to your mom?
It's been tough over the years, like, learning to, like, ignore it and just, like, not let it get to you. But sometimes it does get to you, just, like, people who've never really met you before assuming all these things.
Like, just saying stupid stuff, you know? Like,
it's
just,
not
like,
appropriate.
irrelevant. That's why I just think it's funny at this point.
It is.
I really just don't care.
They assume so many things aren't true. And, they don't deserve any of the hate they get, honestly. And we're ready to clap back,
How do you feel after you do that? Do you feel like, oh God, I should have done it? Or do you feel like, oh no, they deserved it?
No, they deserve it
I
totally.
feel like they definitely deserve it.
Well, now we're going to talk about some serious about Georgie and the fact that he's not here today. You two have been pretty supportive of the relationship between your mom and Georgie. Has anything changed?
we try to stay as supportive as we can. At the end of the day, it's my mom's decision, whether she wants to stay in that relationship or not, and we're there to support her no matter what. But, I obviously have my own personal opinions about it. She has sacrificed so much financially, and I feel like Georgie doesn't really realize that sometimes. She has other priorities too, and it's her daughters.
He's ready to work. He has to figure it out. I can't. He's got to figure that out on his own.
The real answer is when it's not going to happen.
I don't know, Honeycomb.
I don't know either, and it scares me.
Yeah, it scares me too.
Well, Darcey, you have had major concerns about taking on Georgie's debt when you get married, right?
It's too late. Basically, already.
It's too late.
So, once you marry him, you're stuck with his debt. Well, we both have taken care of a lot of people in our life.
Darcey, that was our...
Yeah.
You were directed at it, Stacey
Well,
and
yeah,
Florian.
we're both in the same boat. Technically.
Yeah.
We can't really compare Florian and Georgie. I feel like Florian's already got his green card. He's got opportunities lined up. He's taken initiative. Georgie's been here 10 years. It's scary to think about all the debt he's accumulating, and he doesn't have debt because he's not charging anything. I paid for rent, food, clothes, trips. There's nothing that he buys that I've seen him with his own money. It's, you guys know, food, restaurants, going out.
I've never seen him
Rent.
buy one thing for himself once.
Darcey, who paid for the wedding ring? Coming up, I gotta ask you to do one of your little struts for us.
Okay.
But who paid for the wedding ring?
It was a wedding ring we saw that we liked from a New York Diamond District.
Who whipped out the credit card for the ring?
Be honest.
I put some of my money towards it.
So you paid for your own wedding ring?
We've been talking about getting engaged, and I liked it. And then he talked to the diamond guy, and worked out a deal.
For you to pay? Is this the first time everybody's finding out that Darcey paid for her own ring?
I know that she's been funding the relationship to a large degree. This is the first I've heard that she physically did, I assume she did. I don't think it's right. Darcey is giving too much.
It wasn't much. It was like $10,000 down.
Down?
Well, it's a big ring.
Wow. Do you think, Stacey, that you spend as
Did I just hear Darcey say that it wasn't that much? It was only like 10,000? Come again? It was only what? Right. I go tripping. She's crazy. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Darcey has put on a little bit of weight as well to her face. There's some of the angles, you can really see that her face is kind of blown up now. She's always generally had like a big head anyway, you know what I mean? And that's not me dissing, I'm just saying she generally has got a big head, but it looks like she's put some weight on her face. And if I compare her to Stacey, Stacey has less weight on her face. And what I'm trying to get at is that I feel like there's probably a chance that Darcey has been emotionally eating obviously, as of late, if anything. There is that possibility. I'm not saying that is a fact or that's something that's happening, but I'm getting those kind of vibes. And I wouldn't be surprised because, there's no way that this woman is happy. Well, there's no way that she was happy at this moment in time, you know what I mean? And she's definitely, I don't know about now, you know what I mean? But, and even throughout the season, to be fair with you, I never sensed real happiness. It was just more of a happiness of like, well, he's back. We're trying to make it work. Let me just keep a happy face. You know what I mean? Cameras are on. Let's be happy, Larry. You know what I mean? But hey, this is why Georgie didn't want to come. He didn't want to hear about this wedding ring. You know what I mean? Imagine him being on stage and everybody finding out that he didn't pay a single penny to that wedding ring, which we already knew anyway. The way Darcey tried to play it out, Darcey was like, well, I pay a little bit to it. You know what I mean? I paid some of it. No, you didn't. You paid the whole shebang. Don't lie. You're not stupid. Hey. Anyway, let's proceed.
as Darcey spends on Georgie?
What's the difference? The love. I feel like my family could vouch for the kind of love that Florian has for me, and I don't think the love is equal. We don't know. We're still not seeing that unconditional love. Like there for me, got your back since the day. Well, let's hope.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Go ahead, Amy. Well, I am being told that Florian is returning to the studio. Let's find out if he was successful in getting Georgie to come here. Okay. Any word on Florian? See Florian walking through. Is anyone behind him? Hi, Florian.
Hey, how are you?
So, seems you came empty-handed, Florian.
Yes, Georgie's still coming.
What happened?
I say I want you, everybody like family together, and I'm here for you. Everybody like there's nobody like going to attack you and like this. His response is still I don't feel comfortable to come. He feel nobody has his back. I don't think like him. I understand. I think it's different. It's about the family.
Family's number one. If he doesn't want to hear hard truths, even though there are truths and what we're thinking and feeling, he's not going to like that. He's just going to spin it all on me because we're telling all. It's also
I don't like to share.
doesn't want to share. Doesn't want to open up with everybody.
When we last saw you, you were very excited about getting married.
Yeah, I still am. You know, we have our ups and downs, just like they have their ups and downs. We're still together, and we're making it the best that we can. It's not perfect, but you know, we do love each other. We do care for each other, and
Then work on it.
we are working on it. You guys don't see there are a lot of amazing times. So,
Let me listen. You want to marry like to him? I understand.
want us to start our life.
The seat is not empty.
Yeah, I know it's empty.
Mike, in the final episode, the twins revealed to you their plans for a twin wedding, and you were pretty fired up. Let's take a look.
Okay? You're not even ready to be married, Darcey. This is up. Train wreck coming down the tracks.
Whoa.
That was a lot of bleeps in there.
Mike, has anything changed between then and now?
One of the things that Georgie and I talked about is the importance of counseling to try to make their relationship on a more solid foundation. I don't think they did that. I think they maybe had one session. A counseling session is not one time you've solved everything after one meeting with a professional. You need a series of counseling. And they didn't do it. As a parent, I don't want to see you go down a path that I think would be a disaster.
So, Darcey, would you go ahead with a wedding if your father was not there?
Yeah, it's my life.
She would.
Absolutely.
I've never attended a twin wedding before. First of all, you guys have to agree on everything, right?
We definitely have similar taste in what we want in the vision.
Yeah,
Miami,
both.
like beach wedding of some sort. A lot of the glam, a lot of beautiful memories for our family, for us. You know, maybe have the wedding walking down the aisle with hopefully our dad in the middle.
Your dad walking down the middle.
Yeah,
Mike,
walking down the aisle. You know,
Are you going to be at the twin wedding? Walking down the aisle?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Be there? Yes. Would I be happy if they get their relationship on track and it's meaningful and solid, which is hard to do by spring? Then I support it.
things can always get better. I don't want to get married to get divorced. Why would I do that? He'll be the man of the household. He'll figure it out.
Annika and Aspen, do you see yourselves participating in the wedding at all?
Yeah, definitely would be with mom at the altar. It's like memories that we can share for a lifetime.
I want to thank you so much for coming on today. It's obvious that you love your daughters dearly, and I appreciate you sharing your very honest opinion.
Okay,
Thanks so much.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Dad.
Bye, Mike. Love you. All right, now I'd like to bring in two of Darcey and Stacey's best friends who have been through all the ups and downs with the twins and their family. They have been listening to everything, and they've got a lot to say. Please welcome Debbie and Raina.
Hey,
Hi. How are you? Beauties.
I almost forgot to talk. I'm gonna lie to you. Now, listen. At the end of the day, I think there's massive respect that goes out to Mike. Darcey and Stacey's father. I think the fact is, he's been a father. He's doing the best he can by being completely honest, keeping him 100. Obviously, it is a shame that Darcey will still continue to marry Georgie with or without the father. But of course, if that's what her love is telling her, then that's what her love is telling her, right? But of course, we know that obviously the wedding isn't going to happen anyway. But of course, the father did say, as long as he saw something that was sustainable, of course, he'd love to be there so he can be in the middle of his two daughters. Do you know what I mean? And a twin wedding would have been amazing. Do you know what I mean? But boy, man, the pressure's behind that. That would have been mad. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. I just respect the fact that the father came through, did exactly the way he needed to do, and that's to be a father. And now obviously he's on his way. Now I'm interested to see what these friends are gonna say, though. To be fair, I really want to see their cousin, that rich cousin, the one that's married to that guy or whatever. I really want to see her come in though. Hopefully she's gonna be in this part or maybe the next part. Probably the next part, but this one is nearly over now anyway. Hey, let's proceed.
How is your relationship with Darcey today?
There's been such a huge change in Darcey in the last year and a half, and I don't know how to explain it. She's just not herself, and I do feel like Georgie and Darcey's relationship is toxic as I mean, I hate to say that, but I don't see affection. I haven't seen any chemistry. I think they are not compatible in a relationship.
George is not the man that Darcey needs. You can't make him something he's not. You are a successful woman with 2 beautiful kids. You got a great family life, but if Georgie doesn't want to show you what he needs to do to be with you, I mean, how long are you going to keep going on and on?
It's a sinking ship, and Darcey will stay on it until the last second because she's trying her best. And I love you for that, Darcey. But at one point, you have to say, what am I doing? Because you keep saying the word future. We've been listening in, and you've said future several times. You're 47. There is no future, babe. We're going to be in a nursing home before you get straight. I mean, I love you, but is this like your future is now? Work for
Live in the
president.
moment. Yeah. It hits its limits. Absolutely. Thank you, girls. I appreciate you guys.
Well, this has been intense, very intense. We're gonna lighten up the mood. How about that? Okay. I want to move on to Darcey and Stacey's fashion line.
Yo, she wasn't messing about. Well, they both wasn't messing about, but that one. You know, when someone woke up, they woke up today and they didn't choose violence. They woke up and they just chose carnage, pure honesty, just with a little bit of carnage, just blunt, blah, 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 blah. Full ratings though, full ratings. Keeping it 100, but again though, if we're looking at this episode so far, everyone is just grilling Darcey for staying with my man. They're grilling her, saying, nah, you need to bounce. What are you doing? Dip. This is why Georgie didn't want to turn up, as he knew. But the fact is this though, right? If Georgie knows that he has nothing if he knows and he knew that he had no strength in any kind of conversation moving forward, well then Georgie should have been man enough to walk away from Darcey a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? There's no point of you being in a relationship with someone knowing that everyone's got ammo against you. That everybody has every single negative thing to say around you. And the worst thing about that negative stuff is that it's predominantly factual. And to make it worse, not only is it predominantly factual, but it's stuff that you can't even defend yourself by. And even if you do defend yourself, you're gonna look hella defensive. Then it's gonna make you look pathetic. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it look like all you're trying to do is justify madness. Because the grand scheme of things is this: where everyone is saying, you can only sit there and bow down and say, yes, I agree, you're correct. Yes, I agree, you're correct. Yes, you're correct. You can't. Georgia couldn't even say, yes, I'm trying to do better. Yes, I'm gonna do better. He couldn't even do that because he hasn't been doing better. Damn. I didn't think Darcey and Stacey would be my favorite show react. Would have been my favorite video of today. You know what I'm saying? I've done 2 videos. I didn't think this one would be one of those ones.
Yes, and they recently arranged a fashion show in Miami to take their business to the next level. Take a look.
Starting off the show is House of Eleven by Darcey and Stacey Silva.
Oh my god. Awesome, baby, great. Do it big, baby. Okay, I gotta ask you to do one of your little struts for us.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Ooh. All right, yeah. Yay. Okay, Deb and Raina, you guys have room to walk?
Yeah. What do we got? All right.
Yeah, there's our girls. It is a fun song. Wow. Yeah. Okay, Deb and Raina, thanks so much.
Thank you,
I appreciate
guys.
you ladies being here. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sean.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
I want to thank Aniko and Aspen for joining us. Good luck, ladies.
Thank you, girls. Thank you. You did amazing.
Okay, so we've heard a lot of thoughts on Darcey's relationship with Georgie from her friends and family. But now let's hear from someone who knows Georgie inside and out. Georgie's ex-wife, Octavia. Hi. How are you? Nice to meet you. Coming up.
He was flirting with some girl the whole time. I'm like, you're being very disrespectful right now.
I've definitely seen him be flirty. Remember?
That's Georgie's ex-wife. God damn. Okay. Georgie legit is a walking F up. Yeah, he's a walking F up. I've been taking L. You don't get that, and then man is a walking L. Damn, it's peak times. The melanin.
3, 2, 1.
Octavia, thank you so much for being here. You know, you're in an interesting position. We thought Georgie was going to be here today. He decided not to come because he felt people were going to say negative things about him, and he did not want to face these accusations. You were actually married to him.
Yes.
So I'd like to dig into your relationship. When you and Georgie were together, did you ever pay for things?
No.
The dinner? Nothing.
No. Because Georgie's actually good with money. He always had savings. He was working.
That's so interesting. You said he was good with money, but, you know, Darcey, you said you don't even know how much money he has.
Because he hasn't, you know, worked since I've known him. Just quick. So I'm covering all the expenses for us to have a nice life.
I'm just a little shocked.
Octavia, we saw you meet up with Georgie this season, and you had some surprising things to say. Let's take a look.
Please tell your fiance to stop hitting me up about your
Business.
issues.
I don't want my business.
Calm that down. Let me tell you something. I'm not Darcey, so you're not going to just like talk slick and smart to me, okay? Because you will get embarrassed. Let me tell you something. Don't sit here. Nah, don't get snarky with me. Don't get snarky with me. But it's not just
right.
No, you know that's a narcissistic mindset to say that if I'm right, I'm right. You're a malignant narcissist, and that's your problem.
Well, that didn't go well. What did you mean when you said to Georgie, don't treat me like Darcey?
Let me just apologize here, because I was being petty. Okay, I really was being petty, but more towards him, not as a shade to you.
I understand.
And I want to tell you that.
I get it.
More so in general, it's just like, don't take that tone with me. You know better.
I know what tone you're talking about.
Watching the season, did you see any recurring behavior that was familiar to you with your relationship with Georgie?
The shutting down, the gaslighting. Just not seeing things from other, people's perspective.
He does that a lot. Like she said, it's gaslighting. It's never taking accountability for his actions. He likes to flip it on everybody else. He's very entitled.
Octavia, obviously you and Georgie are not married anymore. When did you start seeing red flags?
Georgie's a little flirtatious.
Okay, like, give me an example.
There was one time I had a fashion show, and he was flirting with some girl the whole time. And even after the fashion show, I'm like, where's Georgie? He's still with this girl. And I'm like, you're being very disrespectful right now.
Darcey, did you ever notice a flirtatious nature?
Wow. I've definitely seen him be flirty. Definitely see a pattern here. Remember in New York? We all went up on the rooftop and there were some models there.
Kick his ass out.
Next time on Darcey and Stacey, the twins tell all. Did you see Georgie talking to some models?
We all saw it. He went straight up to them and was flirting with them. He was very up close personal to one of the girls in particular.
Michael, do you feel that Stacey and Florian not having children might weigh on their relationship?
At some point in life, every man wants to have a kid.
Jesse has made the accusation that Darcey was cheating on him with you.
Like, for me, the definition of cheating is if you were still going balls deep in it and you weren't, so...
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Jesse, there has to come a point where you let go.
You're coming here being a hypocrite, and I will not take it. What are you here? I don't know what reason you're here. Who are you? Listen to me. Does he go to my face? What are you saying? He's a stranger. Sit down. I don't know who you are, but please sit down.
I feel like I've spent most of this episode like this. They might as well just start doing Darcey and Stacey tell-alls only. Because the season itself is just appalling. But the tell-alls are epic. Epic! Jesus! Better than the whole season. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But anyway, I'm looking forward to part 2! What do you guys do know anyway? Come on, man. So basically, that was one hell of an electrified episode. I very much enjoyed it. You know what I mean, guys? I can't wait for the next one. A lot of things went down, and obviously, it looks like we definitely won't be seeing no Georgie even in the part 2 as well, unless they decided to miss that out of the trailer for the next one. But I'm definitely excited to see Jesse obviously come in, Tom come in. You know what I mean? That should be quite interesting too. And obviously, Michael's going to be there as well. So yeah, that's going to be very quite interesting. But this episode itself in particular, I definitely enjoyed it. Said exactly what I needed to say throughout the episode. And I'll leave it as that, but thank you so much for your time. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Come on now, peace.